Are you a young person trying to figure out your financial future? If so, you're not alone. Many millennials struggle with money management and making the right financial decisions early on. But fear not, because today we have some valuable insights from none other than Robert Kiyosaki, the author of the iconic book, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. In this video, we'll explore the biggest mistake young people often make when it comes to their finances and career choices. Robert Kiyosaki, a renowned financial educator and successful entrepreneur, shares his wisdom on how to avoid this pitfall and set yourself up for long-term financial success. So, grab a pen and paper and get ready to take notes, because this could be a game changer for your financial journey. The myth of doing what you love. One of the most commonly perpetuated myths is that you should pursue a career or build a business around doing what you love. The idea is that if you follow your passions, the money will eventually follow, and you'll lead a fulfilling life. While this advice may seem well-intentioned, Robert Kiyosaki begs to differ. He believes this mindset can be detrimental to long-term financial success. The big mistake I see young people make is they focus on doing what they love, Kiyosaki states, and the words are, "I want to do what I love." But in the real world, sometimes you have to do what you hate. He shares a personal example. People think I like to write books. I hate writing books, but it fills my purpose in life. It's not my passion, my purpose in life. Because my purpose was to get rich. Kiyosaki's perspective challenges the conventional wisdom that you should only do what you're passionate about. Instead, he suggests that sometimes you have to do things you don't necessarily love, especially in the early stages of your journey, to achieve your long-term financial goals. Investing in what you love. So if doing what you love isn't the answer, what is? Kiyosaki proposes a different approach, investing in what you love. I invest in what I love rather than do what I love, he explains. These guys do what they love, but most of them never get rich. And this is like Steve Jobs, Zuckerberg, and Bezos of Amazon, and they have all the money in the world. That was my plan. For Kiyosaki, investing in what you love means acquiring assets and building businesses around things that genuinely excite and interest you. It could be real estate, avocado farms, commodities like gold and silver, or any other asset class that aligns with your passions and values. By focusing on investing in what you love, you're more likely to stay motivated, dedicated, and persistent, qualities essential for long-term success in building wealth. Additionally, when you invest in something you're passionate about, you're more likely to educate yourself thoroughly on that asset class, increasing your chances of making informed and profitable decisions. The cash flow quadrant. One of Kiyosaki's most famous concepts is the cash flow quadrant, which outlines 4 different income streams: employee, self-employed, business owner, and investor. The goal should be to transition from the employee and self-employed quadrants to the business owner and eventually the investor quadrant. When I was your age, I knew I wanted to get here, Kiyosaki states, referring to the investor quadrant. This is where the megabucks are, and Kim and I are here, and the money is massive. But it takes time to get there. He emphasizes that the journey to the investor quadrant requires sacrifice, dedication, and a willingness to do things you may not necessarily love in the short term. It's about investing in your financial education, acquiring the necessary skills and knowledge, and building a solid foundation of assets that will eventually provide passive income and true financial freedom. One key advantage of being in the investor quadrant is the tax benefits. Kiyosaki points out that employees typically pay the highest taxes, around 40%, while business owners and investors can legally pay as little as 0% in taxes through careful planning and structuring. Taking calculated risks. One mistake young people make, according to Kiyosaki, is avoiding risk altogether. He stresses that the higher the risk, the higher the potential returns, but also the higher the education and dedication required. To illustrate this, Kiyosaki shares a personal story about his mentor who sent him to Peru to learn about IPO's initial public offerings. This experience taught the importance of being willing to take calculated risks and go the extra mile to gain the knowledge and experience necessary for success. Frank never traveled. You meet my president in Lima, and I'll find out how bad you want it, Kiyosaki recalls. It cost me probably $15,000 to $20,000 just for airfare. I got back, and I said, Frank, there's nothing there. He says, I coulda told you that. So why'd you send me? I wanted to find out how badly you want to learn. This story highlights the mindset shift required for true financial success, a willingness to step out of your comfort zone, take calculated risks, and invest in your education and personal growth. Kiyosaki emphasizes that the path to wealth is not always easy, and it often requires taking risks that others are unwilling to take. Liquidity and financial intelligence. Another key concept Kiyosaki emphasizes is liquidity. While stocks, bonds, and mutual funds offer liquidity, the ability to easily buy and sell, assets like real estate and businesses require a higher level of financial intelligence because they are less liquid. The moment you go into real estate, you're not liquid. That's why you gotta be smarter going in, Kiyosaki warns. If you make a mistake, you can't get out. You buy a bad piece of property, you write it down. This is why he stresses the importance of continuous education and coaching. By investing in your financial education, you can develop the skills and knowledge necessary to navigate these less liquid assets successfully, minimizing the risk of costly mistakes. Kiyosaki also highlights the concept of shiny objects investment trends or fads that capture people's attention, but may not align with their long-term goals or values. He cautions against chasing these shiny objects, like the Bitcoin craze, without a solid understanding of the underlying asset and how it fits into your overall investment strategy. The power of mindset. Throughout his teachings, Kiyosaki emphasizes the importance of developing the right mindset for financial success. He believes that many people are trapped in a scarcity mindset, where they focus on playing it safe and avoiding risks, which ultimately limits their potential for wealth creation. Instead, Kiyosaki encourages a mindset of abundance, where you're willing to take calculated risks, invest in your education, and think big. He shares examples of successful entrepreneurs like Steve Jobs, Mark Zuckerberg, and Jeff Bezos, who embodied this abundance mindset and were willing to take risks that others wouldn't. Kiyosaki also stresses the importance of separating your passion from your purpose. While your passion may be something you love doing, your purpose should be aligned with your long-term financial goals and the legacy you want to leave behind. The biggest mistake young people make, according to Robert Kiyosaki, is prioritizing doing what you love over investing in what they love and building a solid foundation of assets aligned with their passions and values. But it's not just about accumulating wealth. It's about creating a life of financial freedom, where you can truly pursue your passions without worrying about money. It's about having the courage to take calculated risks, step out of your comfort zone, and continuously invest in your financial education and personal growth. If you're ready to embark on this journey, if you're willing to challenge conventional wisdom and embrace Kiyosaki's counterintuitive approach, then the world of financial abundance and freedom awaits you. However, Kiyosaki warns that this path is not for the faint of heart. It requires an unwavering commitment, a willingness to learn, and the ability to think differently from the masses. But for those who are willing to put in the work, the rewards can be life-changing. Thank you for watching this insightful video on the biggest mistake young people make, as shared by the legendary Robert Kiyosaki. If you found this content valuable and thought-provoking, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel.